Demi Lovato, a woman whose thighs have their own subreddit, and that'll become more ironic later, is making news this week in yet another moment that shows celebrities really should just never interact with their fans on a public forum. A fan apparently asked her about the funniest prank she ever pulled, and she shared this hilarious knee slapper of a rib. I hired a lady of the night in Vegas and sent her to Max's hotel room. Max is apparently part of her security detail. To surprise him, she walked into his room without permission and grabbed him in his area, and he freaked the fuck out. Ha 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 ha. Touched his area? That's assault, brother. Yes, Twitter got a little riled up by this one, as they suggested that Demi Lovato was not only joking about sexual assault, but had essentially participated in it. I guess technically the hooker's the one doing the assaulting, but she was paid to do so by Demi Lovato, making her an accessory to sexual assault. Just like Karla Homolka. Demi Lovato, channeling her inner polo shirt-wearing white guy with a tiki torch, said, "I could tweet something about craving jelly beans and it would offend someone." So, just so you know, wanting jelly beans or paying someone to grab a dude's cock, well, pretty much the same thing in Demi Lovato's book. But we get to see her go through the 3 stages of Twitter backlash. First, aggression, with the whole, "Ugh, everyone's just looking for things to be upset about. You're all stupid." Then we get blame with this tweet. "For all of those coming at me, listen to the lyrics of Warrior, and maybe you'll have more compassion for someone who made a simple mistake. Of all people I know about sexual abuse, you don't have to educate me." Now, this is ridiculously close to, "I have gay friends, so it's okay if I call someone a faggot. It's not a slur when I do it." She doesn't need an education about sexual abuse because she's been abused. If you've ever had something stolen from you, you don't need a lesson on why it's morally wrong to steal from someone after you've just stolen from someone. But doesn't this make it worse? Demi Lovato is a victim of sexual assault, so she should be aware that people may not want their various body parts grabbed by strangers. It's just a prank, bro. Like, imagine if some girl passed out at a party and a guy put his penis on her upper lip like a mustache and took a picture and texted it to her so that when she woke up, she saw she had a dick lip. Ha ha ha, just a prank, right? I mean, if so, I guess Brock Turner's the ultimate prankster. It's not a sexual assault, it's just a funny joke between friends. But this is definitely where the double standard exists that I don't think Demi Lovato has any grasp of. To her, it's very much, it's funny and okay because it happened to a man. Men like having their dicks grabbed. Which raises an interesting question. Is sexual assault when the person's okay with it? And really, she's the victim here. Everyone's coming at her. She just made a mistake. Have some compassion. But it's very clear she didn't think it was a mistake. If she did, she wouldn't have tweeted it as the funniest prank she ever pulled. The mistake she made was telling the general public about a private joke that, by the way, apparently Max didn't think was a big deal. And really, the fact that this guy basically commented back, "It was funny, everyone should relax," probably doesn't help those weird MGTOW fucks who figured they finally had a good example, who go on and on about how white men are the real victims, and men are more likely to be raped than women based on pretty much no actual stats ever. But the fact is, of course men can also be assaulted. It's very possible that Max is single and was just startled by anyone walking into his room uninvited and did get a laugh out of it. Maybe he fucked the bejesus out of the prostitute afterwards and said, "Ha, Demi's paying for it, might as well have some fun," as a hilarious joke back involving a woman being used as a piece of meat with no consideration for her as a human being. Another aspect of this that seems very strange coming from Demi Lovato. But she says he freaked the fuck out. Does that sound like someone who is okay with it? He didn't get grabbed and go, "Yeah, free present from Demi, all right." I generally don't freak the fuck out when something I want to have happen to me happens to me. So then we get to the 3rd stage, half-hearted apology. She finishes all of this with, "So sorry if anyone was offended, pensive face." She's sorry, not sorry. That's one of her songs. She's not sorry that she took part in paying a woman to grab a guy's cock. She's not sorry that she then compared the act to jelly beans, suggesting that grabbing a guy's cock as a prank is just as insignificant as eating candy. She's sorry if anyone was offended. She's putting the blame on you, which again seems like a very strange choice for a person who suffered depression and who has been sexually assaulted, who are often made to feel like they were to blame. It's their fault they're sad and can't just be happy. It's their fault someone found them attractive and wanted to fuck them. It's her fault her legs are so attractive and she doesn't cover them up, so she's objectified on Reddit, right? It's your fault if you were offended by calling sexual assault a prank. Not her fault, because of course, she doesn't think she did anything wrong. And did she? I mean, yes, with a but. We don't know the nature of Demi and Max's friendship/relationship. We don't know anything about Max's personal life. Maybe she buys her security detail prostitutes all the time. Maybe that's a celebrity thing to do. Get your driver and your bodyguard dinner and a hooker. After all, they do have to spend all day around Demi Lovato. That punishment should come with some sort of reward, right? So let this be a lesson to all celebrities. When you do the awful entitled shit that you'll inevitably do because you're rich and bored, don't brag about it to your normal, regular jack-off fans on Twitter. They just don't understand. You're a celebrity. Doing awful shit to normal people to feel more powerful than them is really the only way you can get off anymore.